I don't know about you, but I'm getting sick and tired of reaching out in the crowd and getting no help, no response. I'm getting sick and tired of this. I put up some videos asking some spiritual questions. Is Jesus real? But I love that the Christian community, I'm talking about the born again, blood washed Christians, the love they're giving us is not love at all. It's superficial. Worse than any shallow, hot guy seeking a hot girl type of superficial love. Christians are not showing me love today. Christians are not showing love. And no wonder it's making me doubt whether Jesus is real. Jesus said, "By this shall all men know ye are my disciples, if we have love one toward another." But none of these Christians, none of these spirit-filled Christians love me. So is Jesus real? Is Jesus real? None of them are wise enough to answer my questions. So they just give the questions, they just write the questions off as the ramblings of an insincere madman seeking attention. Because they are too ashamed to let it be known that they don't have the answers, because it makes them doubt their own faith. I'm getting sick and tired of this. Not getting any answers. I'm praying to Jesus for answers, but Jesus is not answering my prayer. So either he's giving up on me or he's not real. I'm sick and tired of looking ugly. I'm sick and tired of being fat, unable to lose weight. I'm sick and tired of nobody paying me any attention. So I'm going to ask a question. I'm not going to do this, but this is the question I'm going to ask. If I did this and I'm not going to do this, if I went out, if I went and ate shit and bombed and shot up a whole bunch of people and told them it was because I couldn't get answers to my questions, anybody to help me, truly help me, not this saccharine, shrink in the back room help. I'm some true fucking answers. Would people address my questions so that nobody else like me has to suffer, so that other people like me who are suffering from the same doubts can finally get some fucking answers? If I was to kill a bunch of people, could I get my questions addressed by the top theologians? Yes, I think I mean top theologians. There's a hierarchy. There's the cream of the crop and there's the rest of the folks. Just look in the music business. For every one band that makes it, there are 100 bands that don't make it because they're not good enough. What you hear on the radio is the cream of the crop, the very best. And you got so many theologians, so many Christians, but there are only a few cream of the crop who are wise, like Paul Washer, Don Piper, Billy Graham, Billy Sunday, those type of Christians. And yet those type of Christians are not loving me. Like Christians like Howard Storm, I doubt his story. When the questions get tough, my questions get tough and require too much thinking, they start corresponding with me, and they claim it's tough love. That's just, that's a cop out. That's just an excuse because you don't want to have to deal with my questions. Because you don't really love me. If I was your wife or your son, you'd take the time to try to answer my questions. I thought the love of God between Christians was supposed to be deeper than any family love. Don't make me laugh. I'm not saying this, and it's making me question, Jesus, are you really real? And what I'm seeing, the arrogance of Kent Hovind, thinking he knows all the answers, his arrogance. Are these the children of God? Jimmy Swaggart. If God truly makes you happy with himself, why did Jimmy Swaggart have to turn to a prostitute for happiness? God, can you truly give us happiness with just yourself? All I know is right now I demand. I want to be a good looking guy. I'll take the damn consequences, just as long as you'll save me in the end. I want the long form. I want the satisfaction that comes with that. I want to look young in my 20s. I want to be somebody in this world. A good looking. I want to be self fulfilled. And I'm willing to pay for it down here with utter sorrow in my later years. I just need to know, Jesus Christ, are you really real? Are you really real? Are you really real? Why have the stories of Moses been disproven? Why are we required by you to believe in stories that have been proven to not be true? If you're really true, Jesus, if you're really true. And if the stories of Moses are not true, and the stories of Adam and Eve are not true, even C.S. Lewis, truly born again man, admitted the creation story was not original, but it was based upon Sumerian myths. If that's so, where's the line, Jesus? How do we know the stories about the Transfiguration and fasting in the desert? You're fasting in the desert, and your death and resurrection are historically true. It was so simple back in the days when I believed everything about that Bible was literally historically true. It was so freaking easy when it came neatly packaged in a box. When we had theology packaged in a box. But what about the false prophecy? Let me get my Bible. What about the false prophecy? See, a tire inside being destroyed, never found again. What about this false prophecy right here about Egypt? I forgot how it goes, but Egypt being desolate for 40 years has never happened yet. What about that false prophecy? You get one chance. If you make one false prophecy, you fail the test. You theologians know what I'm talking about. If you have any love in your soul, you're not a bunch of hypocrites. Give me a freaking answer. About the false prophecy of Egypt being desolate for 40 years, which never happened. I'm thinking more and more of killing myself. But if I was to shoot up a bunch of people, could at least I get answers to my questions, so that other people like me wouldn't have to go through what I went in this humanity, where even born again children of God do not know how to love. And talking about you Calvinists who believe that if God does not predestine you to be saved, He's predestined you to be damned. How can you love everybody in the world? How can you love everybody except the Christians with that type of faith? How can you not feel smug with false humility? Oh, God chose me. I'm just a filthy sinner, but God chose me because He's good. When you know you're feeling kind of smug about that. How can you? Oh, is He elect? Right. How can you let yourself love people you know are going to be burning forever and ever in the lake of fire, being hated by God? How can you? Fuck you, God.